Hi all, I am Monica. Today, chapter 15 is about process mapping. As we all discussed some topics related to process mapping in previous session, now we will continue more topics in this chapter. What topics we are covering in this chapter? Swim lane diagram, spaghetti diagram, decision tree diagram. What is swim lane diagram? A swim lane diagram is a type of flowchart that delineates who does what in a process. Using the metaphor of lanes in a pool, a swim lane diagram provides clarity and accountability by placing process steps within the horizontal or vertical swim lanes of a particular employee, work group, or department. It shows connections, communications, and handoffs between these lanes, and it can serve to highlight waste, redundancy, and inefficiency in a process. Swim lane diagram example. An easy and regularly used example is for buying a product. This involves different departments and a clear flow between the steps. The diagram easily shows the dynamics between the different departments. It can show as above clearly procedures which would look more complicated written out. It is easy to see if procedures needlessly bounce between departments wastefully, and you can quickly identify the most complicated parts of the process which could be simplified or automated. What is spaghetti diagram? A spaghetti diagram is defined as a visual representation using a continuous flow line tracing the path of an item or activity through a process. As a process analysis tool, the continuous flow line enables a process teams to identify redundancies in the workflow and opportunities to expedite process flow. These diagrams are used to track product flow, information flow, people flow. Use a different line type or color for each flow type, or use separate map for each flow path for more clarity. Creating a spaghetti diagram should be done with the operators or those that use the process. Spaghetti diagram for a restaurant kitchen. Assume a restaurant that cooks various types of food and serves based on orders taken. The management made a simple C-shaped layout that makes all parts of the kitchen easily accessible to the chefs. But during peak hours, however efficient and fast the chefs worked, there was a delay in order delivery time. Often ingredients were confused and used in different dishes that intended, leading to customer dissatisfaction. Chefs felt unhappy and tried irrespective of genuine efforts and mastery in cooking. The management was not happy and they felt every day was very hectic. The actual spaghetti diagram of the order cooking process looked like this. What is decision tree diagram? A decision tree is a map of possible outcomes of a series of related choices. It allows an individual or organization to weigh possible actions against one another based on their cost, probabilities, and benefits. A decision tree typically starts with a single node which branches into possible outcomes. Each of these outcomes leads to additional nodes which branch off into other possibilities. This gives it a tree-like shape. There are three different types of nodes: chance node, decision node, and end node. A chance node represented by a circle shows the probabilities of certain results. A decision node represented by a square shows a decision to be made, and an end node shows the final outcome of the decision path. Decision tree symbols. Decision node. It indicates a decision to be made. Chance node. It shows multiple uncertain outcomes. Alternative branches. Each branch indicates a possible outcome or action. Rejected alternative shows a choice that was not selected. Endpoint node. It indicates a final outcome. Decision tree example. Decision tree visually demonstrate cause and effect relationships, providing a simplified view of a process, potentially complicated process. Decision trees are also straightforward and easy to understand, even if you are never created one before. A decision tree can be used like a traditional tree diagram, which maps out the probabilities of certain events, such as flipping a coin twice. End of chapter 15. Process mapping. Thank you.